What's up, guys, and welcome back to Everyday Theology. This is episode 4, and we're going to talk about rest. We're going to talk about taking a break and taking a moment to just kind of release and get away from the hustle and bustle, the struggles of our everyday life. And this is not one of my best skills. I'm often got my brain going in multiple directions, and I'm, got this device, or I'm watching that, or I'm doing this, or I'm reading that, and it's just how my brain works sometimes. And so I got to be intentional with taking a moment to let go of what's going on and to get alone with Jesus and rest. And I got a verse for us today that I think describes our culture and our daily life, and describes what Jesus wants to do in it. And it says here in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, "Then Jesus said, 'Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest.'" I don't know about you, but my daily life can be wearisome. My daily life can be full of burdens and struggles or difficulties, stuff that I'm helping friends with, or things that I'm going through on my own, or raising children. There's difficulties in life, burdens that can drag us down and wear us out. But Jesus is saying, if you come to me, I'll give you rest. And so that's what we want to talk about. And to do that, I want to use music, because I like this series because it's highlighting things from my everyday life that Jesus is saying this symbolizes, or this represents, or this speaks to a principle from the Bible. And I was talking to my son, he's 3 years old, and he doesn't want to nap anymore. He thinks I'm a big boy, I don't need to nap. So I was trying to explain to him that for him to have the best life, to have the best day, he needs to rest and take a nap, because when he doesn't nap, he stops listening well. He has an attitude. He's tired, as we all are, right? Hungry or tired is just, you don't want to be around me, at least. And so my 3-year-old's no different. And so I was telling him that if he naps, he's going to have more fun in his day and not get in trouble. He's not going to be on timeout as much, because he's going to be a better listener. He's going to be rested and refreshed and focused. And then my friend, who's a really good bassist, he was playing a song, and I was just telling him, man, I really like the way you play that. And he said, yeah, the rest is part of the line. And it really hit me, because so many people want to play something spectacular or play something cool. But in order to do that, it's often about when you don't play. Where are you leaving space? Where are you allowing a rest measure for the song? And so I wrote it's nothing crazy, but I wrote a little tune that has some rest in it for us to kind of hear what it's like. So So that is just a little thing that I kind of tinkered around with to demonstrate rest. And now I'm going to play the same chords, but without any breaks between a rest. And it's not going to sound as full of life. It's not going to sound as groovy or I don't know, good in my opinion. So here's the same chords in the same progression with no rest. See, they're still pretty, it's still the same chords, but it's the way they're being played that makes a difference. It's that rest where it's that allows it to feel more lifelike, have more flow to it. And so, how does our life have more flow to it? How does our life have more kind of swing and sway? How are we having how is our life better? Because I don't know about you, I think that the first way I played that is better than the second way. So, back to our Bible for how it's better. So, Psalm 51, verse 12. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and make me willing to obey you. I love that in the beginning, the first half of that word restore is rest. Rest restores us, and it brings us joy. And when we go to Jesus and rest, we have the joy of his salvation for our soul and for the direction and purpose of our life. And it is in the willingness to obey him, because we look to Jesus in this humble spirit of, you know more, you have a better picture for my life than I could even ask or imagine. And so how should I live my life? What do you say for my life? What does your word say, and how does it impact my life? And how do I then put it into practice? How do I obey it? And then you will find the joy and be restored through that. That's what the psalmist here is saying. And then after that, you see Ezekiel.
12 seconds later.
You see Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 12. And I gave them my Sabbath, or my rest days, my Sabbath days of rest, as a sign between them and me. It was to remind them that I am Lord, who had set them apart to be holy. It's when I get alone with Jesus. It's when I put down the distractions in my life. When I isolate and get alone with my Creator and my Heavenly Father, that I am reminded of who I am. I'm reminded of who he is, and I'm encouraged to follow him better. It's that rest that invigorates me and gets me excited and refreshes me to tackle what the world could throw at me. And then it's when I give my burdens to Jesus that I find that rest. So it's twofold. When I go to Jesus and give him my burdens, I find rest. And then when I rest in his presence, I'm refreshed and restored so that I can go out and do what he has called me to do. God has called you to something. I don't know what it is, but he has designed you on purpose, with purpose. And so get alone with Jesus and find out what that is, and he will start to refresh your soul and refresh you so that you can go and do what you've been created to do. So I hope that this little demonstration carries some weight with you, or you understand a little bit more the importance of rest and how it can make something better and bring life to it. So I still miss you, and Jesus still loves you. Can't wait to see you in person soon, hopefully. But until then, stay up to date on Everyday Theology. Bye.